The rhythm of the swing never changes. Is it long enough? They're beginning to applaud, and quite rightly so. That is a simply magnificent shot from Colin Montgomery.
Laurie's the winner. Not a million miles away, is it?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talk Golf Scotland, and today in the room I have Peter.
Well, good morning.
Scott Rose is here again.
Good morning, everyone.
Wow, this is 2 weeks
back
in a row.
again. I know. I'm shoehorning my way back.
I'm back. Wait, I said you were back from the dead last week, but Andy is absolutely back from the dead.
Still looks a wee bit dead, actually.
Yeah. I feel it if it's any consolation.
Tell us all about it, Andy.
Oh, I'll keep it.
Let's not go into details that you just told us.
I'll keep it PG. I had that norovirus thing, so I've been in my bed for about 2 weeks. I've never been so ill, I will admit.
Just sleeping.
You can't even sleep. We're just staring at a wall, trying not to be sick, and whatever else. But I lost a stone in 4 days.
Yeah, so you're not doing that from just sleeping, Andy.
Maybe I'm needing a dose of that. It's a stone in 4 days.
I just couldn't. Yeah, a bit of both. I couldn't eat either. I had like a box of grapes in like 5 days. And that was it. It's the only thing I could keep down.
I was saying earlier, I find these things really funny. You know,
Thanks, Stuart.
He's got stuff coming out at both ends. It's coming out everywhere, and I just love it.
Stuart phoned me and said, I just want to speak to you and hear you and listen to how bad you are.
Can I FaceTime you?
Yeah, well, it wasn't much fun.
You
but
did
I've
actually
lost
think you
a
were
bit of
going
weight.
to die, didn't you?
I thought it was the end. I did. Like, at one point, I went to be sick, and like I'm on my knees and trying to be sick, and my knees were just giving up. Like my legs, I literally couldn't hold my weight on my knees, so I had to go on my side and just be sick into a ball, like my head on the floor.
Jesus.
How do you not have energy to even sit up to be sick?
It's so good.
And nothing was coming up. You know that way where it's like it's
Bile.
so sore.
Yeah.
So sore. Then I couldn't breathe for a week because my ribs were so sore.
Were you ever being sick and then coming out the other end? Is it at the same time?
No, not at the same time. Luckily, not at the same time.
I really hope nobody's listening to this during breakfast.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that's great fun. Well done.
do you know sometimes like when you're off ill and you phone in work and you're like I can't get in. There's a little bit of that like at least I can just chill. Whereas this was proper, like I'd give anything to be at work right now. Like be semi-healthy and be at work. So it wasn't an enjoyable illness, I will admit.
You don't look good, Andy. You do look half the man that you used to be.
At least I've lost a bit of weight, so I've got less weight to lose. I was in a wee bit of a keep fit phase as well, so I was going to the gym like 3 times a week. I was doing 12,000 steps minimum a day, and I'd done it for like 3 weeks. So I thought, I'm in a phase now. I'm in a bit of a routine. And now my phone, like it went from like 12,000 steps to just deadline, like just flatline, just not a single step for 2 weeks. So I feel like I've got to build it all back up again.
Does your watch not count crawling his steps?
My watch tried to phone the police and be like, look, I think this guy's in trouble here. Like someone needs to come and see him. But no, so it's annoying because I feel like I've taken a big step back.
But sometimes, you know, like I've lost some weight. I've lost about a stone myself. You've lost a stone as well. But sometimes, you know, it's like when you're doing the house up, you have to like get everything out the room, all the shite out. And you definitely did that. You definitely did that. Maybe a little bit too much. You took the radiators and everything out. But I think you need to get everything out, and then you need to put the good stuff back in. So that's what my plan is. So
yeah, but I think after that, I just want to eat junk food.
Yeah.
But I'm not going
Comfort
to.
food.
I'm
Make
not
you feel
going to
better.
comfort food. I'm going to try not to. But you look good. You look like you lost a lot of weight.
But
Well,
apart
stone,
from- Yeah,
obviously. but-
you said I was losing a lot of weight around my face. That's exactly how I was.
It's the first thing you say to someone who lost weight. Pete said it to Andy as soon as he came out. Oh, you look gaunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you've just been on the old Ozempic jabs and you're taking it easy.
So I take it you've not been playing any golf, Andy?
No, I've not been playing any golf. My fingers and my wrists are swelling up again. It was really annoying. I got one game of golf thinking, I've cracked this. I felt really good. I took the wrappers off my new clubs that I got in August last year. And but no, unfortunately not.
You're a mess.
I've got the bug. I really want to go.
Yeah,
and
you
play.
had a bug, eh?
Yeah, you had a bug.
Yeah. But I want to go and play, but nah, unfortunately.
Well, that's positive.
Sorry, Scott. I heard through the grapevine that you were playing in your debut team match for the club this weekend.
Yeah, it got cancelled. Yeah. Sunday, we were supposed to be at Scots Craig. Second out, I'm getting myself G'd up. Made sure I slept in the spare room. Made sure I got a good night's rest.
Taking this serious.
Oh yeah. Made sure my battery was charged. I've been hitting balls. It's winter league, so taking it serious. I get a text about 20 minutes from Scots Craig. Game's off.
Yeah, that's a shame. Just because of a bit of frost. I mean, it wasn't even that bad at the weekend, was it? Frost?
No, I think there was frost early doors and then it burnt away. But I think they had said their winter greens, I think, have bigger holes, and I think their team don't play.
I don't like playing these big holes.
No, and do you know what? We ended up turning around, going to Ladybank. 6 of us played at Ladybank, and it was on big greens by 10 o'clock, and it was brilliant. It was a good day.
Good.
Yeah. I'd imagine what really happened is Scots Craig found out that you were coming, and they got a little bit scared.
I very much.
They
doubt
listened
that.
to last week's podcast of Stuart waxing lyrical about how flushy you were.
Yeah,
Which is ironic because I played on Sunday and I hit it terrible.
yeah.
So
Doesn't
there
matter.
you
It doesn't
go.
matter, Scott. People hit it badly, but I know it's coming.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like a tsunami that's like building up in the
Oof.
background.
The earthquake has happened.
The sea's going out just now.
When you said tsunami there, I just looked at
I know
Andy.
you did. I felt it building. Unfortunately, I didn't feel it building. But did you feel nervous before you got the call off, or were you excited?
No, I was excited. I've not played a team match since I was 18 or 19,
Yeah.
probably. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to turn back amateur, I suppose. It's team matches, really.
Yeah,
When
just
you-
get involved in the club.
Yeah, when you're a
Be part of
pro and, I was a bit of a limbo pro, a okay golfer, but not good enough to make really any money playing tartan tour stuff. You think, what's the one thing that I miss most about club golf? And it is being involved in the club, summer league, winter league, club champions.
I miss
Shit,
that.
that
Or
sort of
Texas
stuff.
Scrambles, that's the one I miss.
I struggle with a Texas scramble.
Oh, I love
yeah.
one. I love a wee Texas Scramble.
Yeah.
Is that because you choose all your shots?
No, I just,
Even if you're in a bush?
There's no...
I've got a line here, though. I might have to play it off my knees, but I've got a line.
I just think there's just no fear in a Texas Scramble. It's easy.
Yeah.
I was the same as you, Scott. I felt exactly what you've just described. I felt like that's what I miss. I miss being part of something, and I do. I miss Club Championship Week. I don't miss the Texas Scramble competition, but
Yeah.
I miss all that. I miss just being involved.
Team golf.
Yeah.
And I must admit, I've not managed to get involved very well since I've done it. But
You've not been selected, that's why.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm going to play every Saturday medal, but yeah, I'm going to try and get involved as much as I can.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I think if I could still teach and whatnot, I would turn back amateur. I think it's really appealing, the thought of being able to go even play a club championship, just something that means a little bit, because I'm like you, I'm no way going to be making money playing professional golf, so I just feel you're in
stopping
limbo.
you from doing that and carrying on teaching, is there, or is there?
I can't
Yeah.
honestly remember what was
So
said
I
about
mean,
PG.
the whole process. You email, the RNA have got a section on their website saying basically reapply for your amateur status. Then you have to resign your membership to the PGA. The RNA get in touch with the PGA, and then they give you a date. I got 6 months. I think that's pretty standard now. I heard some stories of guys getting 2 years.
I got 2 years.
Yeah,
I think it's because I was a very good golfer.
yeah, but
Well, you had that check of £135 once. That it takes a long time for that to come.
No, I think it's probably just got less.
I think it's got less because I think more guys are doing it.
Yeah.
And then you've got to confirm a week before the date they give you that you've not breached the rules of amateur golf.
Yeah, but
which
my point is you
receiving
can
payment.
still teach as an amateur.
I don't know, because I think receiving money
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. I mean,
They did
is
say
the
at one
act of
point
being
just a-
professional, isn't it?
job, isn't it?
That's a breach of amateur status.
So you're breach of amateur status if you're
not
receiving
competing.
payment, but if
you're
you're
not-
receiving payment for a golf
I
service.
don't know. I think there'll be a loophole in there. I think you could easily. It's just a job. You're not playing for money. You're teaching.
We would probably need to ask someone that.
But it
knows.
certainly used to be, there was, unless they've changed the rules, there certainly never used to be able to teach.
There was something said a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. There was something that came out and said along the lines of there was some way of being able to teach, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
Right.
I mean, you can go to your member at Ladybank still. You could go to the handicap secretary and say, "Can you create me a CDH number?" You could get a club handicap,
Yeah, you can play in the competitions
Yeah.
if they
but
let
you can't play in club champs. You couldn't play county stuff, which is the thing that you miss the most.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Yeah, club matches. Because I only played about 2 years of junior golf and then I turned pro. So I never played in. I think I played 1 year of like scratch league golf. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly played in a club champ, any of it, and then basically turned pro and never really played golf. So
I sort of think, I mean, I've not thought about this deeply recently, so I can't remember any of my thoughts on it. I've always thought the line between amateurs and pros is becoming more and more blurred, and what you kind of think, well, what's the point really? What is the point?
Yeah, I mean, from a playing point of view, I remember when I first had said I was turning back amateur, everyone was like, "Oh, are you going to play in like Scottish national events?" And in my head, I was thinking, well, I've just turned back amateur because I'm playing against a bunch of boys that are way better than me at golf. I'm not going to go do it again in the amateur because these boys are, a lot of them are full-time golfers and they're very talented.
Yeah, they're professionals.
Essentially, yeah.
Some
They
of
might
them-
not get paid to play, but they are.
Well, I think they're
in the
even
middle
allowed,
like professionals.
they're
Yeah.
allowed to earn sponsorship now. It just feels like that. The line, what would it matter if the winner of the British Amateur Championship got 2,000 quid? What would that matter? I just don't. And it's a history of the game and all that. Donald would be sitting here going, "It's history," and it is. I understand that, but you just sort of think, well, what is it all about? That there used to be the case that the golf pro wasn't allowed in the clubhouse because he's a professional golfer, not allowed in the clubhouse. Things have changed over the years, and it just feels like
you get a voucher instead, and you can buy some socks and shoes.
Yeah, different when you're playing European Tour and earn hundreds of thousands of pounds. I don't think they should be pitching up at the local medal. But for the vast majority of club pros, I've always felt like, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but you're kind of lost in the game in a way.
You can be, yeah.
Yeah,
You can be.
unless you're good. Unless you're good at golfing.
Stuart's just said I'm rubbish at golf. That's fine.
Yeah, well, you're good enough for team matches. Anyway, I didn't golf. I'm excited about golf. The weather is getting better, and that excites me. One, because of golf, but also because the range is drying out, and so we don't need to pick up balls every day. But yeah, I was actually reading something on golf. Do you think the season starts too early? I think we've probably touched on this before, but we're about to start. It's about 2 weeks away from the season, and it feels like we're still really in winter, doesn't it?
Absolutely. What a scorecard on your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're still whapping off mats. It's kind of like you come straight off mats and then it's like, oh, scorecard in the back pocket. Or I know it's not now, it's on your phones now, I suppose, for most people. But I think that's a really hard thing for most people, is to come straight out the winter where they've not hit proper golf shots and all of a sudden you get a scorecard in your hand.
But the courses aren't ready either.
But hard. Yeah, it's hard to charge people membership fees.
I know.
Yeah.
And not start a season till early April, and then it finishes September, October time.
Yeah, but it should finish later, shouldn't it? I mean, we should.
I think so.
It's December is a decent month for golf these days. I say it every year. Like, you keep thinking it's September, that's the end of the season. November, December, the courses are fine.
I would
Or
go
maybe early December.
Yeah, October, November anyway. Yeah, but just a month of extra golf at the end, I think, would be enough. It feels like everything's still. Even like I've always said, club championship weeks are too early. They're like first half of the year rather than they should be the crescendo of the year.
Yeah. Once you see what form everyone's in during the season.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, it's club championship week already, and I'm just getting going here.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. I think that comes too early.
Yeah,
But we're so, and I know I'm stating the obvious, but we're so at the peril of the weather in Scotland for everything. From a sales point of view, you go in and speak to guys, and if the weather's been rubbish, which has not been great this winter, guys are like, "Oh, it's been brutal. Course has been closed. Not selling anything."
That's what I was meaning. But the courses aren't ready to open, a lot of them, and we're being forced into it. Like our wee course here is still shut. We're probably not going to open for another 2 weeks anyway. But we're in the position where I can do that because we own.
And you don't have members.
We don't have members,
Yeah.
but also it doesn't make much money. So, but yeah, no members means that we can just decide. Do you know what? It's not ready. I mean, you damage the course just by walking on it. So yeah, there's a lot of golf courses out there that are still not ready for being played properly, but the members are gagging at it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, how you get, we split bit of sunshine, it could be -1 outside, and everyone will complain that it's on winter greens, or
Yeah.
it's just, it's tough. I don't think you're ever going to get the right answer for it.
No.
Depends on where you play as well, doesn't it? I mean, Ladybank I was hearing was looking quite good.
Brilliant.
Like when I played it a couple of weeks ago, I'd say the greens were really soft just from footprints and whatnot, but the course itself looked brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be 2 months down the line, it'll probably look quite similar, as in course-wise.
They're obviously like winter mats and for off tees and stuff, and they're guiding you in certain areas, as every course does. But yeah, on Sunday it went on main greens, I think 10 o'clock, and yeah, they're soft, but they're running fine, and
Okay,
it's a busy place, isn't it?
It's a dry golf course though. It's like a links. It's
You're
like-
comparing apples to oranges sometimes.
Well,
with
I was going to say, I was custom fitting someone yesterday, a lady, and she was saying, I can't actually remember what she was playing, but she's like, it's a bog, just an absolute bog. So you think, well, they should be quite a bit away from the start of their season, whereas somewhere like, Ladybank or Scots Craig probably is looking really nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so other than that, I lost my phone. So
You lost your phone?
Yeah, how'd you lose that?
well, I was on the beach, and at 5 o'clock in
doing cartwheels.
Struntian, which is way in the west coast of Scotland. West coast of Scotland's beautiful, actually. You drive through the mountains and the hills, you pass Jimmy Savile's house. You ever passed that house?
No.
What's the decor like?
There's a lot of people been graffitiing on that house. It's not looking good. But anyway, he doesn't live there anymore, obviously. And then you get to sorry. But anyway, so I was on the beach, and we're just mucking about with the dog, and Michael goes, "What would you do, Dad, if there was a tsunami coming at you?" and I said, "I'd do this," and I'd jump behind a rock, right?
You jump behind a rock.
Yeah, I said I'd hide here. But at that
How
point,
big a rock are we talking about?
it wasn't big. It wasn't bigger than me.
So it won't be very good if a tsunami came.
No, it was just I was being silly.
Really?
At
Anyway,
least stand on top of the rock. That might be a wee bit better.
Anyway, we got back to the house, and I realised I didn't have my phone on me. And then I realised it's fallen when I've dived behind that rock. So I went back down to the beach, and the sea had come in like at an unbelievable rate. So I have no phone. It's gone.
So it's away in the sea?
It's took it
I'll
away.
find my iPhone floating
Well,
around in the sea.
it says
It's
last
in
seen
Norway.
Last seen,
Last
20,
seen at Jimmy's house.
last seen 20 minutes ago. But I realised how much
Your
my
your life's on your phone.
Yeah, it's
everything.
bad,
I
isn't
can't
it?
even do anything. Like I go to the toilet, and you're just doing the toilet.
Staring at the ceiling.
What am I supposed to do here?
Were you lying on your side like Andy, or were you upright?
But even just go to bed, like is the last thing you do when you sleep at night, or I do, is like I'm on my phone for 10 minutes and then I turn off. Like it's just everywhere, and everything is on your phone. It's not really a phone, but just everything I do is there.
Do you know the good thing now? When you get a new phone, you probably can't do it because you don't have your old phone, but you get a new phone and it's like clone it. So you hold it over your other phone and it just copies the whole thing. Do you remember years ago you had to like download or copy over contacts and
to manually put them in.
everything? It was a nightmare. Now it's just bang, new phone,
Yeah,
same
it's-
phone as your old one.
Technology's amazing, eh?
It is.
It's amazing. But yeah, I actually feel. Do you not feel Donald telling us to get on?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm actually sitting in Donald's chair right now, and I'm fuming.
Where is
That we've
Donald
not moved.
anyway?
Well,
Do we
I'm
know where
looking for-
Donald is?
I'm looking forward to getting away. I'm playing golf this afternoon, which is nice.
Kept that quiet, didn't you?
Yeah, and I played golf last week. That's twice. That's like 3 times this year. It's amazing. I'm looking forward to it. It's actually the skies have
Looks
parted
nice
slightly.
actually. Where are you playing?
Ladybank, nothing special. But I was watching a wee bit. I didn't watch too much of the golf this week, right? But I watched a wee bit, and the first shot I saw. So this shows you how little I watched. But Thagala, it was, I believe. He was in the bunker. You know that one that Bryson drives, the one round the corner, the perfect. He was in the bunker. He had a 40-yard bunker shot, and he played it with whatever loft. It wasn't like a 7-iron like the commentator said. Anyway, he rolled it up to like 4 feet. It was phenomenal golf shot, and they didn't play a replay. And I'm like, do you know what? That was class. That was as good a shot as we were going to see all day. And they've basically just gone, oh yeah, no, that was good. It looked like he played it with a 7-iron. No, that was class. And then moved on. I'm like, if that was like a 3-iron hooked round a tree or something, we'd be like replay. And I was really unimpressed with the TV not putting a bit more emphasis on that. And it made me think. So what's the hardest shot in golf? What do you guys think is the hardest shot in golf?
I struggle with those 10-inchers.
I'm not sure. It's
So he's basically put a
Maybe
40-yard
he's
bunker
not.
shot with a release, which is one.
I'm not sure it's a bump and run with a 7-iron at a bunker.
Well, it wasn't. He didn't do that. It was a class shot. But what do you think the hardest shot in golf is?
For me, I struggle if I'm in a bunker and I've got another bunker in front, and then I've got a bit of green, so I've got to carry like a 30-yard shot. Is horrible. To be fair, there doesn't actually need to be a bunker between me and the green, but that sort of carry where I've got to fly it.
So yeah, basically what I just said, the 40-yard bunker shot.
Aye.
You just nicked 10 yards off it and gone, that's the hardest shot.
I find
Good
that one
input.
hard.
Good input.
Well, no, 30 yards is easy. 40 yards is hard.
Do you know? I find it. When you're playing a longer bunker shot or any bunker shot, I find it when you actually think about what you've done. You're like, how you caught the sand just a little bit before the ball, and you've judged enough sand to propel the ball X amount of distance. It's quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a hard task. What is that your hardest shot? 40 yards?
No, mine is left to right wind, out of bounds on the right.
Any left to right one shot.
Yeah.
Right, Scott. In general, I don't mean for you. In general, in golf.
Okay, it's the long bunker shot. I think.
It's got to be
bunker
the long
shot?
bunker shot, I think.
So I made a top 3. What I think are the 3 hardest shots in golf, right? So obviously the 40-yard bunker shot ish. You can make that into however scenarios you want to make it into, Andy. And then I thought there's the 1-yard chip. Everyone forgets about. You know, the one that you're just in the semi or a little bit rough where you can't get the putter at it or do anything silly or blade it, but you're only got to carry a yard and then let it dribble down to the flag. And it's totally about judging how many blades of grass get between. And you could flub it in front of your feet, or it can come out like a rocket. And it's mainly because you're so close to the flag that it's not a hard shot, but it can, you're like, oh, this should be an up and down. And it might only go to 20 feet. But to me, that's one of the hardest shots in golf, the 1-yard chip out of a shmeeny lie.
A shmeeny.
Yeah, one of those ones that you can't, I'm guessing, it's not a pure calculation. Fairway, 1-yard lie, easy, but not out of that. So that'd be like the second one. The third one is the shot after the shank, which most people struggle with, which is madness, but they do. Because you just...
Actually, I'm going to change my answer.
Oh, good.
I hate a bunker shot, tight pin, but the ball's sitting on a downslope.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Because it's going to, obviously, the downslope is coming out lower. You've got to get it up, over the lip.
Yeah.
You've got to stop it. Yeah.
I don't like that.
You catch a wee bit of sand before
That's very
it.
hard.
Yeah.
I don't actually like a bunker shot when the ball's above your feet either.
I'm not a big fan of that.
No,
I always get a bit stabby.
Those ones I find really hard.
You can have to go a bit flat.
I think it all comes down to sort of what your expectations for the outcome is, isn't it? And the one you're describing with the downhill bunker shot to a tight flag,
You want to be putting, don't you?
But the chance of you getting that close are it's a very hard shot, so you kind of let yourself off with it not being perfect. Whereas the 1-yard chip, you're like, the flag's right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the shank is the one that people panic about all the time and just hit the next one at the toe. But everyone goes like, over the top, pull left. And I'm like, what are you doing? But yeah, I thought I'd bring that up. I thought I'd be interested to see what your hardest shot in golf is.
I've got another one that I find particularly difficult. There's the 300-yard drive.
I find that one quite easy.
Yeah, I'm not good at that one. Anyway, right, okay, well, that's good. We'll go to Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
Bay Hill. Daniel Berger. Right. Can we talk about Daniel Berger? Because he's a strange golfer, isn't he? I know he's been injured. But I've always felt like he's like the guy that's... They all talk about, whisper about in practice rounds. He wins every practice round and he's, mates with all these players and they all think he's brilliant, but he's never really gone on to become the player that he probably looks like he should be.
I find him a strange character in terms of when he first came out, he was long and he's this guy from the tennis background, very athletic, and like you said, everyone talks about him. And then there was a period of like a year and a half at least, and you're probably going to tell me it's through his injury, but I'm pretty sure it was before that, but when he was short, like proper short off the tee, I thought. And I was trying to Google this. Me and Google don't get on very well, but try to see back in the stats. And he dropped down a wee bit in terms of driving distance. But
Do you not think that means everyone else is caught up?
No, he definitely he lost distance for a period, a couple of years,
Right, okay.
like as in his averages. Remember, technology's improving, and he actually moved back 15, 20. He was quite short at one point because I remember him doing well in the TPC one year, and I remember everyone saying how short he was, and I was like, Burger used to be, and apparently he's got his length back again, but
He had a lot of wrist injuries, didn't he? And
yeah,
back
probably due
issues
to
and
injuries.
stuff,
But
yeah.
anyway, yeah. But he bossed that tournament pretty much.
Until the end, and then he started looking really uncomfortable off the tee. I didn't like. He obviously maybe he doesn't like the 18th tee shot, right? Because you have tee shots you don't like the look of, but he's trying to hit these squirty things.
I liked that.
Well, all
That
right,
was
but
a
he
McIlroy of last week.
hit 2 crap ones though, didn't he?
Okay, didn't come off.
Yeah, but it just looked. I mean, it was so low. It hardly carried anywhere. It looked like a guy that was just, oh, please, just get this in play. I'll be
It's
all
a
right.
wee, like, you're teeing it down and you're just trying to bunt it forward, aren't you?
Yeah.
A wee fairway finder. But I mean, I think his ball striking was unbelievable. He was at number 1 strokes gained ball striking or something like that, and he was 12th in putting. So he wasn't, terrible. But he's come up against Akshay, who, I mean, he had a bit of a blip, but he was terrible front nine, but then he reeled off 4 birdies in a row. Akshay was first in putting.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Burger first. I mean, even commentators said it. He was flushing it even in the last round, but he just played not too conservative. He still shot a half decent number, right? But he was hitting it where he wanted to hit it, even though it was the safe side. This, that, and that. And it's just like maybe he played a little bit too conservative because he was so much out in the
He
lead.
was so far in front, yeah.
I think he's got a very conservative caddy.
Yeah,
It's
too
like,
right.
oh, this
I think
cat-
there was a few disagreements, wasn't there, between the two of them?
Well, they were just lay up here, aim for the bunker, just hit it in the bunker. Oh, come on! I mean, even the commentators going on. Who was the?
Yeah.
It was our guy.
Yeah.
Wayne Riley.
Yeah, radar. Yeah.
Radar. But yeah, God, it
It's
was
like
very,
the bunker would have been that 40-yard bunker shot.
very negative. It sounded, but
Especially in a playoff as well.
tough shots though. But
Because actually he's sitting, I think it was middle of the fairway. You know he's going to go for the flag.
with a
You've got,
wedge,
you've got to play to win, haven't you?
yeah, but
really.
with a wedge, he was going in with.
You're laying up, you're hoping that he makes par. Now, actually, obviously ends up making par, but
I have no preference on who won the tournament at all. I was like on the fence, but just because he had bossed the whole tournament, I felt sorry for him not winning it, if that makes sense. And then, going to Akshay, let's be honest, he just putted well and chipped well.
Cheater.
Is chipping and putting. I mean, I remember there was some stats that came up, and his chipping and putting, he gained something stupid like 11, 12, 13 shots or something.
16 around the
16.
greens. I think it's the most recorded since they started doing all this stats.
And the rest of his stats were average, bang average.
he lost, I think, 2 strokes approach play or something like that.
Yeah. But he's got...
You guys have got different stats than me.
No, he was number 1 in putting. He was number 1 in around the green.
Yeah,
but
but only-
so far ahead.
Right, 10 plus 10 putting plus 5 round the green, so
So
they
16.
add them together as 16.
Which is rare that... Yeah.
Off
you
the
get
tee, minus 4 approach to green. He was actually plus 1, but yeah, he was.
Stop trying to prove us wrong, Stuart. We just make up a lot of stuff on this.
that. But I said a couple of weeks ago, when you said... I think, Stuart, you asked, is he a top player? Was it him? It was
Yeah, I
actually we're
asked
talking
that.
about.
He's 24 years old only. He's won 3
Yeah.
times now.
I know, and I said no. I said maybe a 5-year type guy, because of his putting. But then he gets putting weeks like that, and he's just
I was looking at his putting. When he first came on tour, he
It's
was,
just
he was like basically the worst putter on tour. 183rd he was in 2023 putting, and then he was 33rd, 35th, and now he's 12th. But leading this week, he's done something to improve. Do you think he's cheating?
Has he always
It's a bit
always
of a
used?
contentious one, the old
oh
anchor,
come on, we
isn't it?
can't be saying that. Of course he's not cheating.
Has he always
I'm not
used
having
that
any of
putter?
this.
Or has he used that for a long time, the putter?
Well, he's used that for a while.
Yeah.
So he's cheated for a long
He's
time.
obviously... he's not cheating because, I mean,
He is. He's anchored.
He's always
No,
used
no.
a long putter.
the players, it's... Yeah, the
Even
players
as-
on tour never have an issue with him, so he isn't cheating.
Even as an amateur, he had a long putter.
His chest will be bruised.
Oh come on.
It does, but it does come back to we had Brian Mason from Callaway in the shop. Mizuno also do good putters, but Brian was saying, I think I asked or Peter asked about where's the broom handle? Every second player on tour is using a broom handle. Why are we not selling them in the shop? And he says we just can't sell them. Just doesn't move. You put them in pro shops and it'll sit there and it'll be the most used putter in the shop.
People will pick it up.
and mess around and
Oh,
go.
I couldn't use that.
I could.
I'll just take one in 34, please.
But nobody wants to buy them, and I find that really interesting when you see, so many of these guys using them that we don't want to copy that. It's the one thing, you copy everything else, but we're not interested in claw grips, and we're not interested in long putters.
They make sense. These putters make sense. It's just rolling a ball with your right hand when you hold it like that. And most people that are coordinated enough to roll a ball it'd be better for them. But I don't know. I'm with you. I think not enough people try it.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is rolling a ball with your right hand.
It's almost, I think, the pros, obviously, they're playing for their living, but I think at the amateur level, having a broom handle is like an admission of,
That is.
I can't putt.
It still is. I would still feel like that going down the local meadow and pitching up on the first green. I'd think they're looking at me.
I feel the claw grip's a wee bit the same. If I see someone pull out the claw grip, I'm like,
Canny putt.
struggles.
Canny putt.
Struggles him.
Yeah.
My dad's doing it now. I actually was laughing my head off. I was like, "What the hell have you been watching?" It works for me. So I'm not playing with you.
I do that with the Tigers when I'm teaching the little sproggers. I get them in when we're doing putting, and I tell them 1 week, I'll like, right, you all have to grip it cat-handed for a few putts, and then you all have to grip it claw, and then you have to grip it this, and just do all these different ones. Because why go so-called conventional? It's only conventional for on tour. Making up numbers here, by the way. I'm going to go with 30% of guys grip it conventionally, if that's right below left, if you're for the right-handed golfer. I would say another 30% are probably cack, and then the remainder are just this schmiddy of grips and styles and arm locks and.
But it's not a difficult.
It's only 30%, and everyone calls it conventional.
But it's not a difficult thing to
Made up
change, is
numbers.
it? Like what I mean is like kids don't necessarily need to muck around with these things at that age, do they? Because you can change left hand below right, and it just feels like easy. It's not like a difficult
Quite a
change.
lot of kids do it anyway. Like they want to do it anyway.
that's how
Do you
they
know what I mean?
pick up a
Just
club.
literally pick up a club and go cack-handed.
I mean, you have to wrestle the 7-iron to make their right hand go below their go below when they're holding the 7-iron. The putter all of a sudden, because they've been told that, they pick the putter up the same. Like, no, go back to what feels comfortable. You can just get stuck into these molds. I think putting. I always say to people, just grip it. I don't care how you grip it. Do not care.
Just get the ball starting online.
Yeah, I used to when I was teaching putting. I've changed philosophies. I was like, lifelines is a good thing in putting. You get it, in the palm of your hand a bit more or less. I disagree with what I was teaching back then as well. It doesn't matter how you hold it. It's just move the putter. It's not a hard thing to do. We're only moving it back a foot and back and a foot through.
Yeah, it's amazing how you think when you explain it, it's not a hard thing to do, but it's amazing at how many people struggle with their putting.
It's all relative though, isn't it? It's a foot stroke, but it's a millimetre miss. Like it's all.
No, the mental
ratioed
side
down,
comes into it, and it's the finality of it. But it is just a foot back, foot through. But so many people are trying to do that from a position that is so-called conventional, and all these stances that are conventional, and all these grips that are conventional. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't feel right. The hands don't feel right in your wrists to hold it in that way. I don't know. I just think not enough people mess about when they're putting.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. You get Steve Stricker, obviously massive heel up, wasn't he? Crenshaw used to feet close together and stand really open. To
When I putt well, I'm a toe tickler. I mean, I almost hit my feet.
A toe tickler.
I've been called the toe tickler a few times. I mean, my putter almost hits my feet. It's that close to my body. But and then when I move it away, it's horrendous. I can't see the line when it's close to my feet, but that doesn't matter. At least I stroke it okay.
See, I don't mind putting. Like I could easily, but I probably do putt with heel up. But see the look of someone with the toe up, like a Tony Finau, gives me the absolute fear. Like I hate that. If I was teaching someone, I'd be like, I don't like that at all.
I quite liked it when I saw Tony Finau, and so does
Matsuyama.
No,
Matsuyama's quite.
No, but I know. But Manacero, I was talking about where they just go that cha-cha, the quick like jab. Tony Finau went through that stage. I'm not going to bother with a backswing. Just cha-cha. And Manacero does it when he's inside 6 feet. So I'm not stroking this. I'm just going to get and it takes away any sort of like worries about straight back.
but you've not picked two of the best putters.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's not. But like I'm not saying it's wrong. It's right. It's right for them.
Okay, but they're still pretty good at putting.
Yeah.
They found a way. The point is, they're athletes, and they found a way to get the ball in the hole. I think too many people don't find a way. They just go, just mess about.
But you could say that for the long game as well.
Of course, you could,
And
especially
I
short
think
game.
things have moved on even so much that it used to be you have to grip it like this, you have to stand like this. It's basically like, can you get the face square? Can you get the ball starting where you want it to. Can you hit the middle of the putter or the driver or the 7-iron? Perfect. Doesn't really.
It's like with the grip in
matter
it.
what
Like, you
looks
know, you get the 9-finger grip, the overlap, or the whatever you want to call it, and then you'll get. Is it Furyk that does the 8-finger? Isn't he? He's double overlap, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's one guy in two that's baseball that you kind of you go, well, it's not, that you can do what you want, really. There's reasons for.
And I know we're waffling, and I've got Donald in the back of my mind going, move on, but. As well, I think the boys on tour can do that because they're incredible athletes.
Correct. With
unbelievable hand-eye coordination. If you play off of 18 or any hand at 3, 4, whatever your handicap is, you should still have good fundamentals.
Yeah, I agree.
You need to be able to do the fundamentals right, because with all due respect, you're not a world-class athlete that can...
Okay, I get that 100%, but I don't think you have to be a world-class athlete to move a putter back a foot and back through a foot, so you can grip it how you want. And I 100% agree with you. But
I think most of these top players as well couldn't give two monkeys about what they look like if it works.
Well, no,
I mean,
'cause
look at
they're
a
playing
Matt
for their living.
Fitzpatrick. I mean, the amount of guys that I hear comment being like, "Could never do that. Look at it. Looks horrible." It's like, but it works for him. He doesn't care. Like,
He's won the US Open.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if a lot of people didn't, I think a lot of guys have got a bad knack of looking at what people do on TV and that looks right or this doesn't look wrong. Like, I'm not doing that because that's not right. And whereas, as Billy, you guys say, sometimes it's just try it and see.
I do think. So I was going to say that the long putter as well, like Ashke, like, and why I don't want to sell them in push-ups. Like, if you go left below right, which lots of people do. I mean, it's not like no club golfers ever change. I mean, they do. We do see left below right.
They're starting to do it more often.
Yeah, but left below right's been there for a long time. But this is just such an easy change that you can do it, and then you pretty much can play in the middle. You're fine. Whereas a long putter, I definitely think requires a little bit of practice because it is a completely different feel.
I don't think it does. I remember I went through a wee putting blip, and I got the long putter. I was out in Kenya one year. I actually went for a putting lesson down to Phil Kenya. Nothing wrong with Phil Kenya. I wasn't Phil. It was his mentor at the time, and I didn't like it. So the next tournament, I'm there with this big, massive, long thing, which is good for the penalty from drops, but that was about it. And it was brilliant. The long putter, it was the proper chin one, and it was the 10 foot in great, but trying to get distance from.
So you used that in a tournament?
Yeah, it didn't last long. One tournament, I think I threw it in the lake.
Oh, right.
It's in Kenya, the bottom of a lake in Kenya with the alligators.
So you were anchoring it off your chin?
Yeah, that was when anchoring was allowed. It didn't last long. I got it for 2 tournaments maybe.
Okay.
But,
Sorry, I was going to move on there.
yeah, absolutely.
Do you see, just on the caddy thing, back to Daniel Berger's caddy and being that verging on the negative chat. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's a difficult one for caddies to get right because they get a hard time for me for being negative, and then if it doesn't say very much, I'm always worried that the caddy. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. If Daniel Berger wants to hit that shot, and the caddy goes, "No, you should lay up," that puts negative.
It's how they word it, right?
But I understand what you're saying, Stuart. You can't win really as a caddy.
Correct.
Because if you just let him go, yeah, fine, go for it, and he hits it into the water, then everyone online saying, why has his caddy not told him to lay up there?
Well, look at McIlroy at the Masters, and we were saying, how's he put that in the water? Caddy's got to be telling him this, and this. But it was...
Caddy can totally make the situation worse, though, can't he?
Yeah. They're a punch bag sometimes, I think. They can't... You can't win.
Especially if you used to caddy for Pete.
So, yeah. But you can't win.
It's exactly what Stuart said. It's how they say it and when they say it. If they're putting a negative in, if Berger's in there, he's giving it, I can get the 7-iron up the back bunker, and the caddy's giving it, I'm not committed. That's not good.
Yeah, as soon as he says that, you should be like, I think you should, Daniel. Yeah, go for it. I think you can do that.
Because Daniel knows the lie. Daniel's the pro, right? He knows how that ball's going to come out. He's had the club in behind it. He knows he's done his calculations and he reckons he can get it there. But if the caddy can reword it, I'm not saying this guy did anything wrong. I'm saying the caddy can reword it. If that's what you feel like is probably the outcome, then let's go for it. There's ways. I don't know. I'm not a caddy. There's ways to be positive. And there's ways to put a little negative spin in your
Yeah.
I think you've got, but before they pull the trigger, you have to give them the most confidence in whatever they have decided.
Yes.
Like
100%.
you've either got to, even if you completely disagree with them, but they are adamant. I think you've just got to kind of be like.
But that's where
you need
Rory's
to-
caddies had a hard time because he's doing that and he's not doing anything wrong for me.
Yeah.
You
How
know,
do you tell McIlroy you are making the wrong decision here? Like, how do you do that?
But you don't know. That's the reason why McIlroy made the change from JP into Harry, is because it was his best mate, and McIlroy wanted to take a bit more emphasis and a bit more control in what he's doing. And you'll have guys that, every player is different. Pete, you know better than me, but you'll have guys that I'll have, right, you're just carrying the bag, and I want you to make me feel good. Give me a number and tell me what I'm doing right.
Numbers, and that's for some people. Other people want help with shots and reading lies and all that. I'm in the camp of, I'm the one that's
Carry my bag and
I'm the
shut
one
up.
that's played this game for 30 years. I know how it's going to come out. It's my gamble. I'll take it on if I want. If you give me the numbers to where we're going.
Yeah.
If I
Do
want
you-
your 10 cents.
Do you think it makes a difference if the caddy, if the player's left-handed and the caddy's not? Do you think it would help if the caddy is left-handed to see the shots better?
How awkward is it teaching a left-handed person?
Because I feel it is. Because I think I'm right in saying what's his name? The guy that won. Akshay. His caddy's left-handed.
Yes. Yeah.
And they were talking. I just heard a wee conversation about it, and sort of, do you see the shots a little bit better? Well, obviously Pete doesn't. Stuart's looking at me as if to say, why are you asking that
But
question?
see, when you're teaching a left-handed person,
It's horrible.
How awkward is it?
I turn it right-handed
You
on
keep
the
saying,
screen.
like,
have
yeah.
a look and turn it back again.
Yeah. It's so awkward, eh?
Even reading a putt to a left-hander, and I know it's right edge, but I'll say left edge because he's standing the wrong way around. I just think
No, left is
left
still
and right.
and
My
right's
left,
still
I know,
right.
I know, but my
So
brain doesn't work
What
that
you're
way.
saying is that's a good question, Andy. That's
well
a
done,
good
Andy.
thing
Yeah,
to
that's
think
good.
about.
Yeah. Right.
But I heard Scotty was having some tantrums with Ted. Apparently, there's some. Some arguments and some petulance from Scotty apparently towards the caddy, and
there won't be that many other
Not all
caddies
rosy.
looking for that job. Yeah.
yeah.
But I was wanting to look up the stat. When was the last time that Rory and Scheffler both finished outside the top 23 in a tournament? And I bet it's a while ago, but it's certainly a long time since Scheffler did. But if you add in Rory, I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing when neither of those two feature.
Well, Rory obviously was 4 under after Friday and withdrew with a back issue, didn't he? Because I think he said he tweaked his back in the gym in the morning, and then as he's hitting balls, it got a wee bit worse.
There's bigger fish to fry.
100, you got players next week. You've got Masters in a few weeks.
Yeah, but he says he's not going to play a practice round at Players. Potentially.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you, Rory? We're going to come on to Live now, and Ram won again, or for the first time in 18 months. Actually, Ram won.
You say that with quite a lot of hostility in your voice.
I don't like him
don't know
anymore.
if you know that.
We're going to
but,
talk
yeah.
about Liv.
Well, Rory was bashing Ram a little bit this week, or saying it's a shame how he felt about his European tour. I hadn't read it last week, what they were talking about, and I totally think Ram's an idiot.
The 6-round thing,
Yeah.
the minimum round.
There's 6 tournaments he has to play on the European tour, and everybody else has done it, and he's gone no. But he clearly doesn't want to do it. I don't want to play.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm a big Rory fan, but I feel like I know he's almost like a spokesperson for European tour and European team. I just feel like he needs to just keep his mouth shut and just be like, well, whatever John decides, that's what John decides.
Yeah.
From that point of view, because I do think Rory's upset a lot of people and probably lost a few fans at how outspoken he is. And I know he probably was asked to be outspoken and for the tour, but yeah, I feel like just play golf, mate.
Well, he did say he was going to do that, didn't he? After he kind of got hung out to dry, he was sort of like, I'm not getting involved, but he's quite quickly getting involved again.
So he is.
But I think it's silly. I mean, from what I read, John Ram was basically saying, I'm more than willing to do 4 rounds, but I'm not doing 6. Which kind of just seems a bit like...
He's been so used to, it's like somebody that's so used to getting their own way all the time in the world, and then suddenly he's told, oh, you need to do this, told to do something. He's like, no chance. I'm not doing what anybody tells me to do. I'm so used to being Mr. Kingpin that gets my own way. That's how it comes across to me. Whereas everybody else is like, oh, thanks very much. If that lives thing's a lot of crap, I'll play in 6 events. It's only 6 events. It's not a big deal. John Ram's also never played in Europe. I mean, he's a PGA Tour player, He
always has been,
He went to
yeah.
college in the States,
Yeah.
and he's probably going, what, the Malaysian Open? I'm not playing there.
So I think they have to play in some events that they've never played in before as well. I think, haven't they?
It just seemed like, oh well, John, this is your way back into other golf. If you want to take it, it's not a big deal. Just do it. But anyway, that was all. But yes, he won. He said he felt relieved. That was it.
I actually watched a wee bit of it.
What?
With the timing, I was up early on Sunday doing my yoga stretches for Winter League.
Stuart was on the beach.
I'm joking, by the way. Yeah, looking for his phone, and I just switched it on. It's an incredibly hard product to watch,
Yeah.
and I know it's golf at the end of the day, but I struggle with it so much.
It's just dull. I mean, yeah. What does it mean? Does it mean anything in winning that? Does it?
No.
Do you now go, oh well, wait a minute, John Rahm's on form, he's going to win the Masters, or do you think it just means nothing? Oh, that's the end. That's the end of the podcast. Wait a minute, how did I turn that thing off? Wait a minute.
How did you turn it on?
I don't know how I stopped
That's
it.
Donald's way of saying move on.
It's not the end of the podcast yet, folks. But yeah, does it mean anything?
Not
don't
to
think
me,
so.
no.
But
You're not sure?
He's playing good golf. That was what it means. He's still got to beat some quality golfers. Every week we slag Liv, and every week we go, oh yeah, they're all has-beens. There's a bunch of very, very, very good golfers in there. They're better than any European Tour field.
Agreed.
That ever get put up.
But what are you comparing it to, as in the win?
I'm not. I'm just saying he's playing. I'm not comparing it to anything. I'm saying he's playing very, very good golf. He's one of the best golfers on the planet.
I think if John
That's
Rahm
it.
was in the field this week at Bay Hill, he would be up there. He'd be
Top five.
competing because he is a world class player.
Yep.
where do you put him in world golf right now? If there was an official or unofficial Scott Rose world ranking.
So I think, if you look at the world ranking, what is it? Scotty, Rory, then Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
I think John Rahm's a better and more complete golfer than what Tommy Fleetwood is.
So if he was playing PGA Tour, he'd be third.
I think he'd be top 3 in the world.
Possibly second.
I still think when Rory, I don't think anyone can touch him, and I would put that on Scotty. I think Scotty's more consistent and he's better consistently than what Rory is, but I don't think anyone can come close to Rory McIlroy when he's on.
See, I disagree. I think when Scotty's on, Scotty's the best. I think Rory. I used to say that about Rory. I used to 100% agree with you. When he's on, he's the best. But I'm going Scotty, then Rory, and then I would have your Rams, and then probably and then your DeChambeaus. There's a couple off that tour that would come into the equation.
Yeah, I'd put Ram 100% in a top 3 that for me is separated quite a bit from the rest.
Correct.
Of
And
it.
it was
shoulders
before
above
it was before he went to live as well, wasn't it? The 3 of them were quite far ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, just
Correct. They're separators.
there's a
Tommy Fleetwood's phenomenal at golf, but he's not in that
He's
kind of bracket.
No, he's in the next
Not the
one.
same pedigree.
Yes, he's
really.
the next bracket.
What makes you think, if he's not won on live for 18 months, what makes you think he would go straight into top 3, 4, 5 of the Bay Hill? Is he not trying hard enough?
No,
on
I
live?
just think he's so good. And I think,
But he's not good enough
and
to
I
win on live for
know
18
I kind of
months.
said that, the product, but I do agree with Pete that the top 15 to 20 players in live are still phenomenal golfers. And if we were talking about Rory McIlroy finishing second, fifth, third, second, you'd be saying what a unbelievably consistent golfer.
Some of these guys in live, if we put them in I know European Tour is not what we want it to be, but if you put your Schwarzels and your Oosthuizens and blah 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 into this, what they play next week, they're out in, I don't know, India or something, we'd be like, that's a great field.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenally strong field.
I think we
and
lose
out
sight of
there,
it,
we're
I
just
think.
giving it, they're has-beens, they're useless. Now, when it comes to your Poulters, your Westwoods, those guys, yes, they don't make a field stronger, but although they're still class, but your Patrick Reed's shown that he's come back. He's won twice.
See, I would put your Oosthuizens and Poulters probably in the same boat.
Oh, now. I mean,
Now,
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
but you would
Reed's not. I mean, Reed's still in as peak of his powers. I mean, a Reed and I even think guys like your Laurie Cantors on the odd weeks, but
I've named the weaker ones. I mean, there are a lot stronger ones out there in live. I've put the so-called weak ones on live that we always like. Oh, you got to beat your Oosthuizens. Yes, because he's kind of past, but he's he's decent. He's still decent. He can still play, and I don't know. I just think we're too quickly to
there's some good
totally
players.
run them off.
I just feel that I can't help but look at Liv and think it's tremendously weak. Like I don't. That's the way
I think
see
it's
it.
top heavy.
I think there's
Very top heavy.
I think there's 10 guys, 12, 15 guys maybe.
So
That's
John
it.
Ram really has struggled to beat
But yeah, I
the
see,
top 10, 15 guys in 18 months.
But I think the reason, I think there's more to it. I think there's got to be headspace reasons for that. For me, if he had been playing PGA Tour and Scotty was getting away from him, I think he'd be right up for it. But he's stuck there playing in music off the fourth tee.
Yeah,
You know, getting
I do agree with that quite a bit. And then, but I then do hear his interview, and he's like, "God, it's a huge weight lifted." It's like, well, he's been trying to win, then, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like if he's felt
Yeah, of course. I mean,
a
they're
weight lift.
they're professional golfers and highly competitive people. Whether it's Live, DP World, PGA Tour, whatever, they want to win. They want to be the best that week. I think that's a personal pride thing, but it's hard. I don't think Liv's going to go away. I mean, we've been talking about it for so long. It's not going to go away. I think there needs to be something that we're seeing the best players together on the odd weeks outside of the majors.
With Liv themselves, I don't know who else they get to, you know, increase the popularity or anyone's interest. Like who realistically do they get?
Well, I mean, you look at what they've done this year. They've added in a South Korean team, and they've taken Ben An and stuff. Now, not massive names, but they're obviously playing to the team aspect of it. It's still their biggest.
Yeah, but if
I can't see a win in the long run on that.
No,
Yeah, but if you get a Live guy, like they're signing up the young kids these days, like you're saying, if you get a Live guy that goes in there and he's doing well, and then like they're doing, or John Ram's not doing, where they go out and they play 6 events in the world. And they dominate those 6 events. Then they go back to Live. That'll make you want to watch that guy in Live again.
Well, you
so
look at
allowing them out for a few shots to me, or a few events, is actually a good thing, because it brings the eyeballs back to Live. Saying, Neiman never quite did it, and everyone thought Neiman would do it, but he's only getting the odd opportunity. But if you throw them out and they do great and they go back in, that'll bring the eyeballs back.
I think there's 2 players on Sergio's team. Are they the Fireballs? Yeah, David Puig and Javier Ballester.
Yep.
I think they are phenomenal.
Yep.
You watch them in a European Tour event, and
They'll be up.
Puig almost wins all the time. There's 2 potential Ryder Cuppers that could
But
compete.
would that make you want to then watch Liv? To watch the guy? If you said,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it could possibly have that knock-on effect. That's what they'd be hoping for, allowing these things to happen.
If you said to me, that my option this week on Sunday was I get to watch Dan Bradbury, Brandon Robertson Thompson, and Casey Jarvis play in South Africa, or I could watch John Ram, Dustin Johnson, Anthony Kim play, a close round in Hong Kong, I'm probably going to watch Liv.
yes.
I would maybe watch it on mute.
I would agree.
I would maybe watch it on mute, but I would probably want to watch Liv versus... Now, then you say, would I rather watch Liv or at Bay Hill? I'd rather watch Bay Hill. It's at a golf course that we know. It's a tournament that's...
Yeah, but the
we've grown
the
up
European
with.
Tour always thinks it's a growing the game tour type thing. They go to these funny countries, and they go to these, not funny, like South Africa's not a funny country, but they go to these events, and yeah, the eyeballs aren't as big unless you're in South Africa, but it is good for the game to then go to India, and then go to China, and then go to all these places. It's good for the game. It's bad for the product, I think,
100%.
as in a whole, but I think it's good for the game, and obviously Liv's a closed shop. America's just America. European Tour's got a point. It's got a purpose. If you start,
It's a feeder tour.
of course, it's a feeder tour. Yeah,
And we've said it for years and been quite vocal about how bad the European Tour is now compared to what it used to be. But that's the product of what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, but you'd still watch a Wentworth before you'd watch a Liv.
Yeah, but in Wentworth, Rory plays at Wentworth.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ram will come and play at Wentworth. You'll get the top players. I'll watch the Scottish Open. It's a co-sanctioned PGA Tour event. But it's always been like that. I'm sure you could go back to 4 or 5 years ago on this podcast and I've said exactly the same thing. I don't think it's changed. I don't think the DP World Tour have done anything to change that other than go, here, PGA Tour, you can have our best 10 players every year.
Yeah.
It's basically just become a satellite tour.
No, I definitely. Well, you talk about growing the game. You see what happened in Australia. I mean, Australian Opens and all that on the European tour didn't do anything.
No, I know.
And then suddenly Liv go with
Live
John,
Adelaide, yeah.
John Ram, and it becomes a huge
They're all
event.
drinking pints out of shoes and everything. It's brilliant.
We've only got so much time in our lives to watch golf, haven't we? I mean, I don't have. I'm going to watch the PGA Tour because that's my golf, right? I'm not going to watch that and then Europe and then also keep an eye on Liv. I'd have to do it a little bit for this podcast, but yeah, I just.
It's also one of good. At better times as well. I know sometimes going to run a bit late, but like
100% that's got a big
when
thing
do you
to
ever
do with
get
it.
to sit down and watch DP World
If
Tour?
if American tournaments were on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon here and the European Tour kicked off at 8 o'clock at night when the kids are in bed, I'll probably watch the European
Yeah.
Tour more
Of
often.
course you would, yeah.
So there's a little bit to do with that, which changes
That's
depending
just
where
us,
you
though.
live.
I mean, it's the States.
I know.
The States live in this. they don't. They're not playing at 8 o'clock at night. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. It depends where you live.
Yeah. Anyway, the Players' Championship this week. Scheffler's the favourite. Rory second if he plays. Rory and Scheffler have won 4 of the last 6 players. Did you know this fact? You will have.
No, I would.
I didn't know, but now that you're saying it, it makes sense.
Yeah. So who's the other 2 in the last 6?
Who won the other 2? Oh no, JJ got beat. Berger got beat at the
Try and
end.
think.
Justin Thomas?
Play?
JT.
Yes. Well, that's one.
Justin Thomas and
A forgotten man.
Siwoo Kim.
No. Probably the most forgotten man in golf.
Dustin Johnson.
No.
Most forgotten man in golf.
In the last 6 years.
Okay, but do you want a clue?
Yeah.
He won the Open.
Brian Harmon.
No. Cam Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy when you know, eh?
See, the Players is not a major, right? And it definitely doesn't feel like it isn't a major.
And it should never be a major.
But do you look forward to seeing it as much as the PGA Championship?
Yeah, I would rather watch the Players in the PGA Championship.
So would I.
I
the,
would.
the Players for me now that it's moved to March. Well, I don't know how long it's been in March, 4 or 5 years. That is the start of the season for me.
Yeah.
When the Players is on that start season. I hate the PGA Championship.
Oh, I get what you mean, but you're watching history when somebody wins a major. It's a major.
I
Yeah,
think
but-
the
but
PGA
if
Championship
you-
should count for half of a major.
Would you swap them though?
No, because it is what it is.
But I would have the Players as a major, but you'd have to get rid of the PGA.
Yeah, you can't have 5 majors.
No, I
though.
wouldn't have 5. But I would swap them. The PGA for me is about me.
I just think the PGA should move to the end of the year again. I much prefer it at the end of the year. But Glory's last chance.
And that used to be its identity, but now they've changed it, and it's basically just it's a PGA Tour event.
Yeah.
That's all it is. The PGA.
I don't like the fact that
Championship.
you've got like 8 months of the year without any majors. I hate that.
It's all too close
Just
together,
squashed
isn't it? Yeah.
together.
But
Nice
anyways,
at the time,
So
but-
we all like the Players anyway.
Love it.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
the Players.
We all know the holes. We all know everything. It's the 17th there. The drama in the last few 16, 17, 18 are phenomenal golf holes.
It's history, Donald might say.
Sure is, but ain't no major.
No, definitely not.
We're not having any of that chat.
No, it's not. No, I'm not. I didn't say it was major. I just said it's a preferable watch.
Who's winning? Do you think Scotty will make the cut?
Yeah, I think
Do
Scotty.
you? You said that really easily.
Scotty's problem the last week apparently has been his ball striking. I mean, he's going to sort that out surely. Yeah, that's easy.
Or is he finding his level?
Well, it's a pretty high level.
You get the usual suspects doing well around this golf course, so and Berger, I know he's just come off a almost win, but he is a guy that does well around there. Justin Thomas tends to do well, even though he's been rubbish, but I could see him having a good week. He'd be the one out the blue.
Think of the last hole for Berger. He'd be squeezing that wee low, whatever he does down the line. He can't do that at the last hole. And then his caddy be getting all nervous.
Don't hit it in the water, Daniel.
Don't aim well right. Aim well right.
You get a free drop if you blow it in the hospitality stand.
Just see that guy top right in the stand. Aim for him. That's the line. Nah.
Brooks doesn't get in the field this week, does he?
Because
I don't think he can play signature events
he's not
for
back
his
yet.
first year back.
He's not back yet.
No.
He's just. Do you think he'll pitch up at one of the majors and just do a Brooks again?
He
Or
probably could.
okay, let's end this podcast. Time to work now. Thank you, Scott, for coming in again.
Thank you. Pleasure as always.
And nice to see you back, Andy.
Thank you.
Half
Nice
of
to be back.
half of Andy.
Half Andy.
And Peter, well done.
Oh yeah, thanks, bye.
Cheers, Pete.